Okay, let's go ahead and get things underway. Let me just go ahead and give Spotify a good portion of the rest of the stream off. It's not getting the entire rest of the stream off. And we're going to move over to the Classics Revisited overlay. I don't think this is the first time I've used it, but whatever. I mean, tell me what you guys think. Specifically for Classics Revisited, I've used this overlay. I'm using it for most of my streaming content right now. I hope you guys like it. I mean, I think it offers a pretty good compromise of being kind of visually engaging, but also like giving you guys a little bit of extra meta information, like the timer bar and everything. And it also basically like it's a slightly smaller viewing area, but essentially like it gives me the opportunity to keep the viewing area clean so that way when I go to edit it in the future, I can just like separate it pretty surgically from the rest of the overlay and use that for my reaction videos. So anyways, hey, Mesozoic. Thank you for being here, my friend. I'm really glad you were able to make it out to this one. And I'm sorry I was only able to put the stream out like a few minutes ago. Um, I don't know. I've been slacking. I'm not gonna lie. I've been slacking, but I'm working on it. It's part of being a one man operation with your YouTube channel and everything. But I went out last night and socialized and actually had a really good time. So I woke up late today and I just didn't have time to get everything as prepared as I normally do. That's partially why we're starting a little late and blah blah blah. So whatever. But anyways, I hope you're doing good. I hope things are wonderful in your world. Please feel free to tell me how things are going. If you don't want to do that here, you can always do it on Discord. We've got the member chat. You and I've got private chat, so like feel free, man. It's really good to see you. I feel like it's been a while since I've seen you on one of these, and I know you're busy and everything, but I just want to emphasize that it's good to see you. So, anyways, we're here to watch How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. We're gonna be closing out the franchise. And this is a franchise that I love. This is a franchise that I was not prepared for how much I was gonna absolutely adore it. And so when I can probably talk about all of this during the intro as well. But I mean like, this is an ending that works. It works fine. It isn't it doesn't reach kind of the heights of the other two movies in my opinion. In my opinion, I'm sure plenty of people have a completely different take, and that is a-okay. Um, but I still enjoyed it, and I was like, I mean, I'm not quite as invested in this as I thought I was going to be, but that's okay. Like it brought it to an end. Kind of leaves the door open for for other stories, but I think they just decided we're done here. So, let me see. Mesozoic says super excited for this one. Loved it when it first came out and can't wait to see my revisit to it. It's one of those, and I haven't seen this movie in a good 5 years. I saw it in the theaters with my girlfriend before the pandemic, and so you're right. I'm maybe my mind will be changed when I watch this. I don't know. So been doing okay. Checked out a couple movies, and it's been fun. Nice, nice. Any ones in particular that you really enjoyed? One that I saw a couple months ago that I still find myself thinking about it from time to time is Sinners. If you haven't seen Sinners and you like vampire movies at all, you should go see Sinners. It's really good, and it's not what you would expect when you hear the term vampire movie. It both is and it isn't, and I don't know that there's much more I can say about it than that. But really, really good movie. Definitely recommend it. All right, I'm gonna get things underway. We're gonna do the sound test, and then once that is good to go, we'll get started. So let me just turn on the head or put on the headphones, turn off the desktop audio, plug in the headphones. And let me just I'm just gonna go ahead and start the movie on Fandango at home. So do 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba, 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 ba. Dum, ba, dum, ba, dum, bum, bum, bum. Okay, that was about 25 seconds of the universal theme there. I'm going to go ahead and set things back to 0 if the dang thing will cooperate. I just love how finicky these timeline cursors are. And of course I don't love it. I'm of course being sarcastic, but like it's like, come on, man, can't you just like go where I put you and then stay there until I'm ready to hit the button? So, okay, and now this movie is just being mean. I don't want to resume it, restart it. All right. Okay, it's on the 1 second mark, just so you guys know. So, if you want to queue up to the 1 second mark, you can do that, I guess. I don't know. It's being finicky. I'm not crazy about it, but what can you do? So, okay, let me see. I have got the mic set up. I've got the noise. I've got the feature sounds. They are subdued. Subdued. Okay. There we go. All right, and I think we may be good to go. So, just gonna do my really quick um pre-feature recap. If you are here looking for audio and a video from the feature in from the feature featured in this feature, you're going to be disappointed. This live stream is basically what you're seeing right now is what you're going to get. Cameras pointed at me. You'll be getting my reactions. Blah blah blah. If that's not what you're here for, I respect that. Just feel free to click away. I don't want to waste your time. I also don't want any nasty comments. And yeah, we're doing this to make reaction videos down the line. And to that end, we'll be doing an intro, then we'll watch the feature, then we'll do a postmortem, and then an outro, and then we'll be done. Um, so yeah, with all that said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with the introduction for the reaction video portion of the recording. And we're going to do that right now. Hey everyone, Spidey Librarian here, and welcome to Classics Revisited, the live streaming show where I watch a classic movie that I have enjoyed on the channel and react to it again. My definition of a classic might not be your definition of a classic. I basically just have to have enjoyed it. It can be a film from, 1925 or 2025, or in this case, 2019, when How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World first came out. Now, as Classics Revisited is going to serve as both a reaction and a watch party for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, this will serve as a reaction and watch party for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. So the How to Train Your Dragon franchise is one of those franchises. One, I'll be clear to anyone who has watched beyond the movies. I have not watched any of the other media associated with this movie franchise, and I don't intend to. Um, I liked this world. I liked it in the movies, and I think for the most part, I'm going to try to keep it there for this franchise. And to that end, I really feel like I have a lot of love for this franchise. It's something that like I watched the first movie a few years after it came out, and I was blown away by how good it was. I loved it in a manner that surprised me at the time because I just thought it was going to be like, some kiddie fare essentially, and it ended up being a much deeper story than that. And I love the way that the characters learned and grew and evolved over the arc of the three movies that we get. I love the setting. I love the animation. The creatures themselves were great. Um, but I like the story, and for me, you'll probably find that story and narrative kind of trump everything. And so by the time like I didn't see the first one for probably at least a few years after it came out. And then the second one I saw a little bit closer to when it came out, but I still didn't catch it in theaters. And then by the time the third one came out, I was like, yes, I'll be able to watch this in theaters. Let's go. They're gonna close it out. It's probably gonna be really sad and heartbreaking, and I adore this series so much that I'm just gonna lose it. And and that didn't really end up happening. And I don't know why, but I was not as invested in this particular story as I had been in the others. And I believe that, again, because it's been a while and I don't remember the details, but from what I remember, um, things didn't feel quite as organic in this one. A lot of the conflicts seemed contrived. This is just I'm pulling this from emotional memory, so please bear with me here. And so what I felt we ended up getting was a sweet ending to a franchise that I adored, but also an installment that while I feel it's still good, it's not like over the top great like I feel the other two were. And so um and that's not to say I was disappointed with the series. Or this movie. I wasn't, but I maybe I had set my expectations too high by this point, and essentially like I came away going, you know what, that was sweet, but like I don't remember crying or becoming ridiculously emotional. Like there were maybe one or two parts where I started to, get a lump in my throat, but that's about as far as it went. Um, it's not like when frickin' Egon's ghost showed up in Ghostbusters Afterlife and I silently ugly cried at that point. Like nothing like that ever happened in this movie, and I was kind of expecting something like that too. So, you know, I mean, it is what it is. I still enjoyed it. I still thought it was a good ending and everything. I feel like maybe I had just placed my expectations too high by this point, and you know, that's on me. So, anyways, I am really looking forward to revisiting this movie because you never know on a rewatch. Sometimes things might hit me in a way that they didn't before. Life has happened since I last saw this movie, and I'm not quite the same person I was back then. So, and hopefully that goes the same for all of us. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am looking forward to revisiting this movie again, and hopefully you are as well. We'll be getting to it in just a moment. If you enjoy these reactions, please be sure to thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out to your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. Excuse me. In this case, your friend who likes How to Train Your Dragon. Let me see. Oh, right. Okay. Um, yes. Whether you like or dislike this movie, let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this show. Wow, no. I would love to have a conversation with you about this film. There we go. Not show, film. Not show, film. All right. And finally, you can find the full and unedited live stream of these reactions on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I've watched and reacted to. Excuse me. Sorry. Feel like something is trying to clog up my throat there. Let me try that again. And finally, you can find the full and unedited playlist of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I watch and react to on the channel, and I'm starting to divide them up into smaller playlists. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World would appear on the fantasy, animated, family, and adventure playlists. And I might make a tag playlist later, maybe like just for specific franchises, and I could see myself making a How to Train Your Dragons films playlist. So that could happen as well. Regardless of which playlist you go looking for, you can find them all on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. All right. And I think that's everything. So we're going to go ahead and get started in just a moment. Okay. All right. And Mesozoic, again, I just wanna give you a quick shout out. Thank you for being a member. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it very much. I love having people with me on these watch parties. And so and I've had quite a few watch parties where I've just had no one show up, which is understandable because they're members only. And I'm kind of intentionally restricting those. I might start opening more Classics Revisited streams up, like not all of them, but like maybe like two a month or something, just so other people can join me because I have a better time when that happens. I don't know. So okay, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right. Now, for anyone who is new here, just know what is going to happen is when we're ready to watch the movie, I'm basically going to throw out a thwip. And when I do that, what's going to happen is about a second later, because I'm going to go thwip and then grab the mouse, click play. And then about a second later, I'm going to hit, um, I'm going to hit start on the timer so that way you guys can see where I am for what I'm watching. In fact, what I think I'm going to do now, I'm gonna put like about 2 seconds on the timer right now, and that way, hopefully, things will sync up by the time I get to them. So don't be confused by the timer just yet, but we're about to do that. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh man, it's an honor to have you. I really do appreciate it. So, all right, you ready for this, my friend? You guys ready for this? We're gonna do it. Okay. Get things positioned. Okay. All right, everyone. 2019's How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Here we go. Okay. Timer's probably about a second behind, but that's okay. At least it's not like 3 seconds behind. All right, here we go. I like the sped up artistic process that they're making for this intro here. DreamWorks knew that like people loved this series by the time this movie came out. So there we go. Oh, we're traveling through the fog. Okay, this looks foreboding. Okay, they got dragons caged up. These are not supposed to be the good guys. But we know who that is. We know who that guy is. With his flaming sword of fire. And he just walks. Oh, is he going to walk right? Yep, he's going to walk right over the fire. He's just talking. Is that Craig Ferguson? That sounds like Craig Ferguson talking to him. Ah ha ha. The dude who was talking to him is just like whimpering. It's demons! No, you didn't. Yeah. Okay, we're here to rescue dragons. Let's do this. Hey, hey, it's okay, puppy. It's okay. We're gonna let you go. It's oh God, I can't remember his name. Stats man, that's what I call him. Yeah, you gotta work the lock. Uh-oh, it's resistance. And they very clearly have been doing this for a while now. Like this is just a thing that they do. Nice. He was saved because he was going after a baby. That's great. Wow. They really made these guys look like morons. Oh, there's this mom. Okay. What is it she does here? Oh, God, that's gross. Come on, Toothless. Oh, okay. I didn't realize we were going to get introduced to her as quickly as this. It's my bowling ball dragon, you bunch of bowling pins. Take that. Okay, this started off foggy and now it's suddenly very clear. Ah, okay, they've made it home. Okay, that makes more sense. Expense paid, huh? Indeed, it is. You know, just stuff. I love Hiccup's tour guide routine here. He has clearly had time to like polish it and, you know, hone it for others. He's got dragon greeters and everything. Uh-huh. Okay, all right, but let's be fair. If you can actually take on 100 people with your underwear on fire, that's pretty impressive. Describe. Is he hitting on her on Hiccup's mom? It's a good point. Okay, buddy, whatever. Dragons playing. That's always exciting. Dominoes. Yeah. You gotta watch yourself while you're here. A hobgobbler? Good intro. I mean, he's got a point. Dang. I didn't realize Valka was that strong. Holy crap. Get out of there. I mean, aren't dragons kind of the future in the sense that, in the past they hunted them? I'm just saying. Ooh, oh, he went there. He went there fast. Or shut up. Oh my God. Get out of here. Eret? Son of Eret? Okay. And of course, now that he's said it, it's going to happen. Okay, this dude has his own flying contraption thing. Oh, because it's pulled by dragons. Okay, so what? Dragon Slaver? Death grippers, really? See, I'd like to know where this place is and bust it up. Forget the Sheps. Dude. Okay, I'm gonna pause because Trouble wants to be let in, so I'm gonna pause it right now. And I'm pausing the oh god, the timer's still going. Hold on. Sorry. Trouble is asking to be let in like a little butt, so give me just a moment. I'm stopped. The timer says 12:03. I'm actually stopped on 11:57, if that matters. So hold on a moment. Huh? You didn't want to come in. You did not want to come in when I asked you to, and now you're at the door crying, like like I've locked you out of the room forever. You know that's not the case. You know it. Okay? She being a little butt. Okay. I certainly like the Hobgobbler's name. So, Trouble. Mesozoic says hello. Mesozoic says hi. Mesozoic, should we take a moment and feed Trouble her treats? Should we do that? I'll let you decide. All right, let's see. The animation in this franchise has always been great, but this is the best this franchise has ever looked. Yeah, no, it does look incredible, absolutely. Fish legs with the dragons is basically Mesozoic with the dinosaurs. Okay, yeah, I see it. I totally see it. Loves how the hiccups. This is Burke line was basically turned into a vacation tour guide speech. Yes, yes, and he's clearly practiced it and honed it and made it his own, and I like it. So I think the side characters are at their best here. I always found them annoying, but they get so good lines. Tough Nut also isn't voiced by T.J. Miller here, so thank God. Oh well, good. Okay, let me get some treats for Trouble. Hold on. Okay, all right, hold on. Okay. All right, let's give Trouble her treats, and for this, I'll go ahead and just move us over to here, so we get the most trouble as possible. Come here, baby. Come on. You got to come up here to get him. Come on. You know how this works. There you go. Okay. Hey, where you going? I've still got 4 more treats to give her. Trouble, come here. I've still got more. Come on. Do you want the treats or not? Come on. Come on. Come up and get them. You know how to. Come on. Nah, nah. What? She's like taking them and then like running away after she gets each one. It's really annoying, actually. Come on. Come on. No, no, no. You want them. You got to come and get them. I'm not bringing them to you, okay? Yeah, see, there's more. There's more. Come on. Come on. There you go. She's like a dog with a bone, it feels like. There's one more. Come on. Come on. Do you want it? Do you want it? Come on. You gotta come get it. You gonna come get it? All right, now go play, you little butt. All right, okay, let me bring us back to the overlay. Um, okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw out the thwip to resume the movie, and then I'm going to basically wait 6 seconds since I'm 6 seconds behind the timer, and then we'll just do it that way. Okay. So when I throw out the thwip this time, just go ahead and go. All right. Let me just reposition. And okay. All right. I'm at again 11 minutes and 57 seconds on the timeline of the movie. We're going to resume. Here we go. Okay, so they know who Hiccup is. They know about Burke. All right. Grimmel? Oh, really? A night fury, you say? Capture him, not kill him. A female night fury. Wow. Okay, well, this dude is contemptuous. Oh. Hmm. Flashback with Gerard Butler as Stoic. That's nice. His father seems a bit more evolved than he did in the first movie in this clip. Like he spoke with open contempt of dragons in the first movie. All dragons should be killed, that kind of thing. Here he seems a bit more evolved, and I think that might be part of why I I wasn't as completely like kind of into this story as I might otherwise have been. Uh, he's like a living kite. I want to play. So Gabber is basically filling in as Hiccup's dad at this point. That's crazy. Okay, so he's looking for the hidden world. Okay. He loves dragons so much he's willing to go and live in the land of dragons. Okay. Okay, that was a bit dismissive on her part. I do like I like the way that their relationship has evolved over these movies. It really does feel like not only that they've come a long way, but it feels like their relationship is natural and kind of lived in, and that they've been doing what they're doing for a few years now. You know, there's a comfort between them that I really you don't get that all the time. You know, what's he hunting? Again, I swear I've seen this. It's just it's been okay. He's gonna meet the female Night Fury for the first time, isn't he? How did she get free? Is she being used as bait? Is that what Grimmel is doing? Is this his doing? I don't know. Oh, hi. I'm gonna go and make my approach. She, she's like, he's a black cat, she's a white cat, you know? Oh boy. No, that's my human. You can't hurt my human. Yeah, she's hostile to you. Yeah. Yeah, you can maim us and it'll be fine. Did she just open a portal and fly through it? Is that what happened? A light fury. See, I like that too. Like Astrid, you know, makes a better name, and then he's like, "Yeah, yours is better." Food. He very clearly said that in Astrid's earshot. He's like, oh, that's kind of nice. I want that, you know? Oh. All right, fine. I'll put you on poop duty, jerk. No, I do not wish to get married. What the hell? Little Hickey, are you kidding me? No. Oh my god. He's. Oh my god. Wow. Yes, he's terrible at pep talks. My god. What are you gonna do? I mean, I think it's pretty obvious just from the. Oh boy. Somebody's been capturing dragons around here, huh? Oh god. That was. Jesus, tough nut, chill. That's right, air it. And exactly what are you going to do? You know nothing about him. You don't know anything about how he operates. Like, what the hell, dude? What we got? What do we got? What's he looking for? According to. Oh, his dad. Okay, so these are his dad's journals? I guess that makes sense. Oh, what's going on? Who's hanging out around here? Oh my god. Man. If you shot my dragon, I would frickin' burn you alive with that sword. Oh, buddy. What an asshole. He already look, Hiccup already knows what his dad thinks of him. Oh. Who? No. 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 Who is this actor? He sounds familiar. I can't place him though. Ooh. Okay. Okay, if you're a dragon killer and you're using dragons to fight others, you're a hypocrite. Okay? Man, Valka is coming in clutch. Oh hell no. Uh-uh. I would be like, nope. We're forming search parties. We're going after this asshole. Yeah. Damn, Astrid. Way to throw down on behalf of your man, basically. Oh boy. I mean, really? They only became dragon people during Hiccup's generation, you know? Asgard is not a place, it's a people. Damn, that's a lot of dragons. Okay, you haven't found it yet. Why are you just going out to sea? What the hell? Sheep and dragon costumes is great. Oh god, what? He's actually right, though. What is she doing there? Look at him. He's like, where? Where is she? Hey. He's trying to introduce himself. I'm sorry, but I gotta rescue the human that you just threw off my back. Yes, you have to explain this. So they went west. Oh god, I wouldn't want to clean up that potty break. Who is Grimmel's voice actor? I need to know this. Oh, okay, that's F. Murray Abraham. I've only seen a couple of things that he's been in, but he's a really good actor. Number two. I swear, I hope the hobgobblers end up like turning the tide for them. No, just it's temporary. Yeah, I was like, no, no, no. If we're on this quest, we're on this quest. Valka's like, no, 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 no. That's fine. That's fine. Yikes! Coming from his mom, that's hard to hear. You know. It's like you cannot be wrong here, man, because you will lose all credibility. He's like, I can smell her. Look at that flippin' camouflage. Like she can go translucent or something. That's crazy. It's awesome, but that's crazy. Hmm? Where is she? Hi, how are ya? Nice to meet you. She's like, shut up. You can't let people know I'm here. Come on. She's like, moron. Toothless is like I mean, I guess, but I don't see why we got to do all this sneaking about. Yeah, see, that's me when I'm flirting. I'm like, bonk. They're going to a nearby meadow or marina or something. I don't know. Yeah, that's me too. Whenever I try to be smooth, I end up falling in the sand and nearly rolling into the water. Okay, hiccup. Stay exactly where you are. Just observe, okay? So, yeah, what do you think? Okay, looks like you got to do the same thing. He's like, mimic her. Come on. Okay, at least he knows to stay out of sight. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? I don't think she's impressed, buddy. I forgot about this part. Hiccup looks ridiculous. I'm a human. I'm sorry, I'm a human. She's like, huh? Like, you are one strange boy. This is my version of the Macarena, baby. Like, okay, you're weird. Can you maybe try again? Oh, wow. She's like, nope, don't bother trying again. I'm going to sleep. He's at the end of the branch. It's going to snap right off, isn't it? No, no. Oh, God, no. What are you doing? Yeah, something like that was going to happen. She's like, I'm going to sleep now. Oh, that's right. Toothless can draw. They're like, what are you doing? He drew. I mean, hey, don't step on my work. She's like, I'm looking at it. And he's like, oh, okay, all right. Hey, it's amazing what you can do when love is on the line, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh. She's like, nope. The human is a deal breaker, which that really sucks, actually. What is it? Something that'll let him something that'll let him fly on his own? Wow. Yeah. Excuse me. that was a good impression of his dad. Oh, he's like, I'm gonna go flying without you. I'm not used to it anymore. Well, what am I gonna do now? Whoa, boy, that's not good. Yep, you need to go up way high and oh shite. Yeah, I was scared she was gonna get captured. Hmm. Interesting that F. Murray Abraham is the villain. I really need to look up his filmography because I can only think of one thing I've seen him in. He's a really good actor, but like I'm familiar with his name more than I am with what he's been in, and I'm pretty sure I've seen him in other things as well, but I don't know. Hey, babe, it's good to see you. She's like, where's your buddy? He's like, I'm flying solo tonight, just for you. I'm gonna say that looks like a tornado or something. Wow. Oh, okay. So she flies through, and yeah, he just got singed. But yeah, he doesn't turn invisible like she does. Uh-oh, whoa, uh-oh. Whoa. And now he's out of energy. Oh. Oh, and there's a romantic like Ouroboros and everything. Oh, they're flying wingtip to wingtip. It's so precious. And what are we flying into here? Oh, God. Is this the waterfall at the end of the world? Whoa. She's like, you need to come with me this way. To the. What? Something tells me Hiccup's not much of a mosh pit kind of guy. I understand that line of thinking. I really do. Oh boy. Hickey. I'm never going to get over that name. Oh my god, chill, dude. Dude, if he kept calling me Hickey, I'd probably hit the guy. Yep. Capture Grimmel. Uh-oh. What is he doing? Oh. Okay, what is that purple crap? What does it do? Is it is it like a euthanizer? Does it cause him to pass out? Does it um I don't know. Does it make him temporarily fireproof? I don't know. All right, go attack whatever's out there. And they're doing all of this without Toothless. And yeah, Snotlout, dude, give it up. These guys probably did not do well during the stealth missions for Arkham Asylum. I'm just saying. Well, of course. Oh, okay, so you're a cold-blooded murdering a-hole. Oh. Oh my god. So they're basically dragon versions of Bane. Jesus. Okay. Acid spitting versions of Bane. If you could remove those vials from them, then at the very least they wouldn't be obeying Grimmel anymore. Is that Astrid? Yikes. Ooh. That was a Spider-Man move there, Astrid. Respect. Oh. Oh. Cloud jump. Holy crap, man. Oh. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait. She got left behind? That's actually not a bad idea. Think that's a bad idea, though. Rough Nut is very annoying. Just like Tough Nut. Do Oh. Yes, exactly. Shut up. And it's driving him crazy. Can't concentrate. This is awesome. Oh, God. Oh, damn it. Okay, who is this actress? Because she is tearing this part up. Oh, that's Kristen Wiig. Okay, that explains it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So, and again, I swear I've seen this, but I may need a refresher here. So then, do dragons come from like the Earth's mantle or the Earth's core or something? Because I mean, if that sucker goes into the planet, I don't know. My brain is trying to wrap around this. So, and how would you seal this up? How on earth would you seal this up? Oh, how romantic is this place all of a sudden? Oh, okay. All right. I'd forgotten that detail where they're just all semi sparkly and multicolored. That's wow. That's amazing. Baby dragons, baby dragon eggs. I mean, this is it. This is their world. Unbelievable. So maybe not the mantle or the core, but like definitely deep into the Earth's crust. Dude, you're surrounded by dragons. You're gonna be seen. Wow. Look at that many. Holy shite. Yeah, don't disrupt the majesty here. But there they are. They're together. Your boy found his girl. Wow. Holding court over the court. Oh. She's like, I love you. And he's like, I love you too. And they're all like, oh, that's so sweet. We agree with all of this. This is awesome. How would humans even live here, though? I don't know that it could. I don't know that it could happen. Oh. Oh, come on, man. Okay, what's about to happen here? He's like, stay, stay. Okay, well, this is going swimmingly, more like slidingly. Where? Yeah, I was like, oh, he's like, butt out all of you. He's sad. He sees that Toothless is happy and realizes that he probably needs to be free. Oh. He's like, "Hey, Dad's not sending me off to bed." Oh, are you going to get us a new mom? Oh man. Oh, love and loss. Okay. Yeah. Toothless is like, don't want to leave. He's trying so hard to keep from crying. She's slinking around in camouflage. I don't know about that. Yeah, that okay. Yeah. Yep. Oh boy. Oh. They took her out of the flippin' Grimmel. God, what I wouldn't have given for a shooting weapon right then and there. Oh no, asshole. It is not coming to an end. What a little bitch he is. Grimmel is nothing more than a cowardly little sot. What a little. Oh boy. She, thanks. Inspirational speech time. Isn't that what she asked him before? Yeah. Tough nut. I mean, honestly, I'm glad it's been a few years since I've watched this movie because it feels like a new watch. There's a lot that I've forgotten. Hey, if it's good enough for Spider Man, it's good enough for you, okay? All right, Operation Flying Squirrel Dragon. My God. Here we go. Nah, you don't need practice. The best way to learn is under life threatening pressure. Peter B. Parker, Into the Spider Verse. Yeah. You don't underestimate the power of flying squirrels. Fish legs. Yes. Flaming sword of fire. I'm sorry, is no one intimidated by the flaming sword? Good. Couldn't have happened to a more deserving fella. That's right. Yeah, you dangle like a worm on that hook. What did she do? Oh, that was a nice 1-2 move on their part. I like that. Oh no 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 no! I hate him using the drugs to control things. That just pisses me off. Oh God! All right, yeah. And there we go. We're gonna start freeing more dragons and putting you guys on your heels. Lost. Oh no! Don't mess with my babies. I mean, pretty cool dragon. I don't know about that. I'd say they're a little late, and you are at the end of your wits. So facial. Uh-oh. You messed up his fake beard. And now a bunch of them show up. They're eating the wood? It's like we're steering this ship somewhere else, and you're not going to alter its course. So have fun with that. Nice move, but it's going to cause some chaos. Ooh, Jesus! All of these like hundreds of ships. Oh, great! You've got Bane dragons. Toothless is like, no, we don't. Just smacks them down. Oh man, got 4 of them, huh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did he just like summon lightning? Is that what he did? Come on. Yep. Wow. He just let go and was just like, save my friend. And he's like, if that's the last thing I see, then I'm happy. Yeah, that's fine, dude. I just wanted to take you out. And here she comes. Fell into the drink. She's like, hey, that was a big bet to make, but it worked. Well, Grimmel the bastard should be easy to take down now. Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize when he did that he was summoning lightning. I didn't realize that at all. I just felt like maybe he just charged himself up or something. Okay, all right, Snotlout, whatever. Time to say goodbye. They're letting them all go. Wow. Our world doesn't deserve you. It's like, all right, everyone, we gotta go. All these Vikings are just sitting here, just watching them go, crying. Well, he's gonna have to work on that vacation resort speech now, isn't he? And then one day, dragons just disappeared from the world. We never heard from them again. I was gonna say this is the only scene that makes sense to do next is Hiccup and Astrid's wedding. Oh, oh, yay! They're somewhere off in that direction. Oh, I was like, okay, that's their kids. All right. I was like, huh? Oh, it's Toothless and the Light Fury. Remember me? It's like the voice should do something about it. The kids are like, yay. Now that's got to be a hell of a tale to tell your friends. Dude, my dad is friends with dragons, you know? Look at the girl. She's like, what the frick? They're just like, what the hell? No. And then that fear is just immediately gone. So, oh God. They can do the things that their mom or that well that their yeah, their parents can do. Yeah. Oh, is that Stormfly? Yay. That was good. Is there a post credits scene? I don't remember. Oh man. And so they're hitting us with scenes from the first movie during the credits. I get it. I respect it. Don't know that I completely agree, but I get it. It makes sense. Okay, no post credit scene. All right. That is fine. So I don't know what Jay Baruchel has done, but America Ferrera, I know her from the Superstore series. F. Murray Abraham, I know I've seen or at least heard about a lot of his work. Um, he's actually in an episode of I watched it. I watched it last year in October. It was a uh Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities. He was in one of the episodes that I thought was really good. It was one of the non HP Lovecraft episodes. It was like an alien had taken over someone's body and was trying to take over his body, and he was trying to fight this creature while it was inside of him. It was really well done, and he did a really good job with his part. So, like if you look him up, he's got a recognizable face. I just don't know where I've seen it. You know, man, these credits are like 8 minutes long. Holy crap! I mean, and again, overall, I definitely felt like this was a good like ending the to the saga. And I have a feeling this time watching it hit me a little harder um than the first time I watched it because in the last few years I very nearly lost my cat and had to and still am paying off a good chunk of the medical debt, although it's at a very manageable level now and I'll probably have it gone within the next 2 years. But like, like so the whole having to say goodbye to your animal friend thing, like that definitely that hits me a little harder. It's a little more closer to home than it was in 2019 when it hadn't happened to me yet. So, okay. I like these animations on the ending credits. These are fun too. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we've got little over 5 minutes of credits left, but well, um, let me see what Mesozoic says. Overall, I love Hidden World. It's a great movie. It still makes me emotional as Hiccup and Toothless are basically my childhood heroes. For me, it's a solid 9 out of 10. I'd say this is let me see. So the way that I do my ratings on Letterboxd, if I give it 3 stars, that means I was entertained, I had a good time, and there weren't any hugely glaring problems that I had with the movie itself. All right. And I'm gonna I'm just gonna go and look up my letterbox ratings for the first two movies because I don't want to spew anything false, and I know I've already rated them, so I just don't remember what I've rated them yet. So let me see what rating I gave How to Train Your Dragon. You know, if it will be so kind as to let me get there. So the first How to Train Your Dragon, I gave 4.5 stars. Like, I flippin' loved it and was not prepared for how much I was gonna love it. Okay. So that's fair. I gave How to Train Your Dragon 2. I also gave that one 4.5 stars. I feel like that movie is just as strong as the first one. This one, again, I do have I do have some issues with the ending. Like yes, it was very emotional when they got, when they said goodbye. Like I get it. Um, I wasn't as affected as I thought I'd be, and I'm a little bit more affected by it now because of Trouble and her medical travails and everything. Um, I but there are two other issues that I have so far. Well, there are just two other issues that I can think of that I have. The first, um, I don't think the flashbacks with Stoic helped. Um, and they could have solved that by just putting like I understand why they played the scenes the way they did, but they I feel like since those are supposed to be Stoic during a time when he has a very marked prejudice against dragons, I feel like that should have come out in some way. It wouldn't have to be big and overt, but he sounds a little too enlightened for me in those scenes. That's one issue that I have. And I felt like that could have been fixed with just a tiny piece of dialogue or the way he said a particular word when dragons came up or something. So I feel like that was a fixable error. Okay. The other one, and I know some people might rake me over the coals about this, Mesozoic, feel free. The very final scene with um Hiccup and Astrid finding Toothless and the Light Fury and their children. Much as I liked that scene, I felt like maybe if they had made that a post-credit scene, I would have been a lot happier with it. I feel like the story proper should have ended with them saying goodbye, um, Astrid and Hiccup getting married, and them looking out over the cliffside, missing their dragon friends, and then hoping that someday maybe they'd get to be able to see them. And then, like, as a post-credit scene for people who have stuck around, you know, you can have the scene with the kids. Um, Again, that's a personal preference for me, but like, I feel like the movie, I think, would have had an overall stronger impact if they had made those changes to it. But again, not everyone agrees with my style of writing. Not everyone agrees with the choices that I would make. I totally I get that. I get that. So, with all of that in mind, this still gets a 3.5 stars from me. It's still very enjoyable. It is still very, like, it does get you in the emotions. Totally does. It's a very sweet ending to a beloved franchise. And it does the job, and it does it perfectly well. It just doesn't quite reach the heights of the other two films for me. And we're done. Let's go ahead and hit the halt button there. And there we go. Yeah. So I'm gonna now see what Mesozoic has to say about what I was saying, because I'm sure. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Those aren't glaring issues for anybody understands. And then, okay, a 3.5 is forgiving. And again, like, I know that the way I'm coming off probably sounds like I'm dunking on this movie, and I'm not trying to dunk on the movie. It's just that, at least for me, this film is nowhere near as good as the first two. And the first two, they had the advantage of surprising me. They had the advantage of surprising me in ways that I just wasn't expecting. Um, the first movie just happened to be this really, really well told story, that was featuring this animation that was not a Pixar movie, and it was a fantasy, and it was just so much deeper than I thought it was going to be. And then for me, and I know, Mesozoic, you're probably not going to agree with me on this either, but for me, the second movie, the whole mother son kind of like bond between them, I really thought that was extremely well done. And again, another example of something that you don't see in a lot of modern mythology or even ancient mythology. And so that really impressed me too. Going into this one, I was excited, and again, not disappointed, but I didn't come out of it as excited, because I knew they were ending the franchise, at least with the movies. And I knew that, it was going to be a bit of a tearjerker. And so I was prepared. I wasn't really surprised. And then I mentioned the other issues that I had. So, it's all right. Um, okay, all right. We have actually not done the post-mortem yet. Let me go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and, sorry, I need to summon the script back, and I'm gonna zero out the timer. One thing that I'm gonna say this, one thing that I really enjoy about using the timer, because again, I'd been thinking about using a timer. It had been brought up occasionally. It wasn't until someone came onto the stream and actually started kind of like insulting me, like kind of putting me down for not having one, that I was like, I don't like what you're saying, but I get what you mean. I'm going to look for one. And when I started using it though, I was like, this is really useful. It's really useful for me during the editing, because usually with these streams, since they go live to everyone on Tuesdays, what I'll do is I'll go in when and I'll put in sections so that way you can skip the you know the elevator music part at the beginning, and stuff like that. You can skip like whenever I pause or something. So uh, and the timer is actually a really good visual indicator of where I might happen to be. And it really makes the editing process, at least for putting in the sections and everything, it makes it go a lot faster than it used to. So I'm really glad that I started doing it. And, part of the reason for the overlay is because I have the timer and I don't want to have it in the viewing area to where I'll have to like shorten the screen or something because I don't want the timer to be visible when I do the reaction videos. Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. So, anyways, all right, let's go ahead and do the post-mortem. I know I said a lot of it during the credits, but we're just going to kind of do it proper here. So, all right. Um, so I will say this for this movie. It hit me a lot harder this time around because 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I hadn't had to struggle to save my cat's life. And so the scenario of having to say goodbye to your animal friends, um, I certainly understood it on a on an intellectual level and even an emotional level, but it hadn't happened to me. And so I was probably a little bit more emotive this time around than I was when I saw it in theaters. Just because, for me, Toothless is a stand-in for Trouble, my cat. And so I definitely felt that a little bit more this time around. And really I feel like, again, I like this movie. I like it a lot. I don't like it as much as the other two. And so this is like one of those things where I have to basically say that this is the weakest, but it's still good. It's like saying that Andrew Garfield is my least favorite Spider-Man, but I still love him, Like I still love his performance as Spider-Man. I don't know. So I don't want to seem like I'm dunking on this movie because I'm not. There are I do have some issues with this movie that I feel were fixable errors, and so that's why in a lot of ways this movie didn't grip me emotionally as much as the other two did, even though it still did a good job and still ends out the series in a way that I feel works. But again, the continuation of the characters is great. I know that some people have had issues with the side characters in the past movies, and I will say this: at least I feel like Tough Nut and Rough Nut really got. I feel like they really got their due in this movie in the sense that I really enjoyed them at times. Tough Nut and his really kind of off the rails counseling of Hiccup, like, it was just really funny to watch. It was just him, tying a fake beard together and just being like, I will counsel you, son, and giving him all this terrible advice. And really, in the end, like it ends up serving its purpose, which is to make us laugh, but also, it pushes Hiccup at the right times. And then Rough Nut, okay? And I didn't realize that that was Kristen Wiig, okay? And first of all, Kristen Wiig can be very funny when she wants to be, and she nailed it. She nailed it when they left her behind, and she's just annoying the crap out of Grimmel. I I mean, just go back and watch me during that scene. I don't think there's like even a 5 second stretch Maybe there is, I don't know, where I am just not laughing at everything she is saying and her tone of voice and the fact that she just keeps on going. It's sort of like I've seen them do this with Spider-Man, where like I don't think they've done it in the movies, but at least in the comics, Spider-Man talks a lot, and that's the result of him being nervous. And so he will sometimes do that, especially if he is in a position of weakness. He'll just sit around and talk and talk and talk, and he won't shut up. And it drives his enemies and his allies at times up the wall. And so seeing Roughnut do that, I was like, this is very Spider-Man to me, you know. So I really I really enjoyed a lot of parts of this movie. I like the opening scene where they come in to rescue the dragons, and Hiccup, pulls out the flaming sword of fire, and the guy's like, the guy watches him walk through the fire, and he's like, "Demon!" And he's like, "No, no, 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 no! It's just, see, I'm just a guy. It's dragon scale." And that other dude was not here for it. He was just like, "Nope, demon, demon. I know a demon when I see one." And then things spiral out of control from there. It was a really good example of the type of dynamic that group tends to have, or probably has had, over the years that they've been working together. And I think that's another strong point for this movie. It does a really good job of not necessarily showing that the characters have grown over time, but really suggesting it, and it comes across in a lot of the, it comes across in the voice work, but it also comes across in the animation as well. These characters just have a kind of closeness and comfortability with each other that you would expect it to translate well in a non-animated film, where you're seeing people working together, and just their body language tells you that they know each other and they are comfortable with each other and everything. It's not as easy to do that with animation, and I really feel like the animation did that here, and did it in a way that just made me go, yeah, no, I believe this. I believe that Hiccup and Astrid have basically been together for years, even if they're not talking about marriage yet. Um, I get that a lot of these people have worked together. I do it, so this film does a really good job of kind of delivering uh, a lived-in, comfortable environment narratively that you can really get into. And again, my hat's off. My hat's off. Um, my biggest issues with this film are, one, I mean, it wasn't able to surprise me in a lot of ways that the other two movies were able to do. And that's not really its fault, but it did have an effect on my enjoyment of the film. I knew I went and saw this one in theaters. I knew what to expect, and it gave me what I expected, but it didn't quite reach the heights of the other movies. Um, Two, I guess, I guess one of my big issues is probably always going to be the stoic flashbacks. I don't have a problem with them. I think that they definitely had a place in the narrative. I guess I just wish Stoic hadn't seemed as kind of enlightened as he did, because this is supposed to be a much younger Stoic, and I wouldn't necessarily want his kind of hatred, or I don't know if you'd call it bloodthirst, but like, he was definitely pro killing dragons at the beginning of the first movie, and you could have fixed that with just one or two word changes in dialogue, or just the way you had Gerard Butler maybe deliver some of his lines. He just seemed too enlightened, and he wasn't by that point. And I get why they did it, because like, he's come to be enlightened before he dies in the second movie. But like this is a younger version of him, and it it could have been pulled off with nuance, and I just didn't feel like that happened. So, um, should I have the overlay off? I don't need the overlay off. I mean, I could. It'll be an extra one step in the editing process. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I just wish that I wish that that quality had been there even slightly during those scenes, and I just don't feel like it was. And that was shocking to me, I guess, from the point of feeling immersed, and also just feeling like, because I know who Stoic is, and I know who he is likely at this point in his life. So, anyways, and then the other thing is that I just kind of wish the ending scene, the final scene with Hiccup, Astrid, and the dragons is a great scene. I'm not bashing the scene at all. But what I do feel would have worked better and would have probably had more of an emotional impact on me was if they had taken that entire scene, like they had just cut the movie off at the end where the wedding is, and then you see the Vikings looking over the cliffside out towards where the dragons are, missing their friends and hopeful for the day that they'll get to see them again. Like, and if you had done the credits right there, done like the ending voiceover and everything right there, and then done the Hiccup, Astrid, and the dragon scene with their children and everything, if you'd done that as a post-credits scene, like, as a reward for people who stuck around and everything, I I feel like that just would have been fantastic. Um, and and again, your mileage may vary. But for me, it's like I would have wanted the story to end on that sad note, on that note of loss, and then put it in as like, like here's a little piece of epilogue for anyone who wants to read it. I would have been cool with that. I would have been really cool with that. And again, I just feel like those are fixable errors, fixable mistakes. Um, and of course, this is all my opinion. So, with that said, I gave How to Train Your Dragon 4.5 stars on Letterboxd, and I gave How to Train Your Dragon 2 4.5 stars on Letterboxd. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World, as a series ender, for me, it gets 3.5 stars, which, if you know how I, personally consider my Letterboxd ratings, 3 stars is this was fine. This was great. I had a good time. There were no notable, like, there were no really glaring issues that I had with it. I had a good time, and this was fine. So 3.5 stars is like, this was great, and I enjoyed it. So I just want to say I enjoyed this movie, and even though it may not be as strong as the others, I still really liked it, and hopefully you did as well. Thank you for watching this reaction. If you enjoyed it, please go ahead and whip the if you enjoyed it, please go ahead and thwip the like button, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing as well. Also, consider sharing this out with your friends, your family, your followers, anyone that you think would enjoy my reaction to these media. In this case, How to Train Your Dragon fans. What'd you think of this film? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Let me know why in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with you about this show. You can find the full and unedited... Wow, brain didn't want to work there. You can find the full and unedited live stream of this reaction on my YouTube channel. There is a master playlist of all movies that I've watched and reacted to on this channel, and I'm starting to divide them up into smaller playlists, usually by genre. How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World would be in animated, adventure, family, and fantasy playlists. And if I ever make a tagged playlist with just the How to Train Your Dragon movies, which I could see myself doing, it would be there as well. Regardless of which playlist you go looking for, you can find them all on my YouTube channel under the category Watch Party. And finally, excuse me. All right. And finally, channel memberships are now live on the Spidey Librarian YouTube channel. Check out the membership tiers and see which benefits you'd like access to. Perks include shoutouts, which, by the way, Mesozoic is with me in the chat today. Mesozoic, thank you for being a channel member. I appreciate you so much. Members-only videos, members-only live streams, and, wow, brain really doesn't want to work today, and early access to selected uploaded content, as well as other benefits. And that's not even mentioning my custom emotes and badges, which I think look pretty good. Check out the membership tiers today and see which perks you'd like access to. All right, and I think that's everything. So thanks again for watching. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Okay. All right, Mesozoic, this is the part where I go through and see what you've been saying. Let's see. Saw Bad Guys 2 and Primitive War. They were fun. So I haven't seen Bad Guys. I did see a trailer for Bad Guys 2, and I was like, this looks interesting. So I'll have to put Bad Guys on the watch list at some point. Sinners was great. So you saw it? I really enjoyed it. Way more than I was expecting to. Let's see. All right, we talked about some of these already. Okay, Trouble was being a butt during that point. All right, the Death Grippers are so damn cool. Maybe they could have a better name, but their designs are cool. Yeah, they look good. But what was up with that name? You know? All right. They don't have a leader, just a boy. That goes so hard. That was a vicious line. All right. I think it's just Stoic explaining to Hiccup he wants to stop the war, but I see what you're saying. Yeah. I mean, by that point he'd lost Valka, and yeah, I don't know. I have such a hard time letting that go for some reason. All right. I love how Tough Nut is basically Hiccup's wingman in this movie. Yeah, he does a good job. Like, he's off the wall and a bit of a dink, but like he does a good job, like surprisingly good, All right. Grimmel is such a good villain and so much better than Drago Bloodfist. Yes. I definitely agree. He was like, I think what I liked about Grimmel, one, I mean, they did an impressive job of making him hateable. But really I like the idea that like he is a stand-in for like the rest of the modern world that is going to never stop coming for you, They will find a way to get to you. They will, they will try to take what you have. And he did a really good job of embodying that and being that. And I really like, it's so satisfying when he gets, I don't even know if he gets killed. That fall probably did kill him, even if it was into the water. But like, even if he didn't die, they don't say one way or the other. But like, he's basically powerless at the moment. His dragons are gone. There's nothing he can do. And so, I don't know, like he definitely, he works a lot better as a villain than Drago Bloodfist did. So He changed his mind, and look where that got him. Gee, I know, right? Like, dude, you do not blame the son for the dad's death. You do not do that, which is effectively what he was trying to do. All right, I'm with him. Who else? Does Tough Nut have a thing for Hiccup? I'm starting to ask why he's been at his side this whole movie. I think it's less of that and more Tough Nut just being like, I'm really into this. I'm a mentor thing, you know? That's kind of where that's where it comes from for me, at least. Grimmel is basically the How to Train Your Dragon version of Craven. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's some versions of Craven. The version of Craven that is featured in the Spider-Man 2 game, absolutely, yes. The one in the movies, not so much. Not so much. And as for the comics, it depends on who's writing him. But yeah. Uh, Toothless trying to impress the Light Fury is amazing. Oh God, I was laughing so hard during that scene. The drawing looks like a panda. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I could see that. The okay, the fight scene with Toothless and the Light Fury is so good. Yeah, Hickey, Tough Nut is gay. He keeps calling him Hickey and smacked his butt. You can't change my mind. Okay, look. There are plenty of guys who make up demeaning names for their friends, particularly in athletic circles, who slap their friends' asses who aren't necessarily gay. I'm not trying to be homophobic here, but I feel like those assumptions based on what I feel is limited data don't do anyone any favors. So, Grimmel is God damn. Grimmel was like there were times when I was seeing red. I wanted to grab him by the throat. You know, the Crimson Gore Gutter is great. Oh, so many good dragons in this movie. And really, like a lot of them had really good moments where they just came in clutch. Cloud Jumper, um, Stormfly, you know, like a lot of them had star moments, and I think that really worked. So I love how we both agree that Rough Nut should stay with Grimmel. Yeah, like I know that that wasn't intended, but it was just like um it was brilliant. It was brilliant on the part of the writers. And frankly, like again, Kristen Wiig turned in a masterclass comedic performance that I was just like, that was that was good. I'm gonna remember that, you know. Okay, yeah, they come from this hollow world. As someone who watches the shows, it's cool to see the fireworm dragons make a cameo. Okay, I'm not sure who those were. Hidden World is God, yes, it was. Like, oh my God, so gorgeous. If you look at the background when the dragons roar at Toothless and the Light Fury in the Hidden World, you can see Drago's Bewilderbeast from the last. Oh, really? Oh, cool. You insulting and getting mad at Grimmel is so funny for me for some reason. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're gonna if you're calling yourself a dragon killer and you're using dragons, I feel like that's hypocritical. I understand that he could use dragons as tools to kill other dragons. I get it. But really, you calling yourself the dragon killer. Do it with your own two hands, okay? That's all I've got to say. And then using the drugs to take away their free will is just like that is just so evil to me. That is like, nope, nope. As far as I'm concerned, you deserve to die, you know? Probably something stupid. Yeah, that was a good callback. Yeah. Ending still makes you cry. Yeah, and I definitely teared up this time. I don't remember if I teared up in the theaters. I may have, but I don't remember. Um so you see the tissues there. Yeah, I'm not gonna try to like, you know, I'm not gonna try to act tough. When you guys are watching me, if I need to cry, I'm gonna cry. You know, hell, Mesozoic, you were there when I was watching that episode of Spider-Man the animated series where I just that gutted me. You know, that scene with the kid. You know, I I've read that comic. I know what happens to that kid, even if they don't say what happens to that kid. I know what happens to that kid. So, okay, fun fact, Hiccup's speech at the end is actually in the original book. Oh, okay. Um and I assume you're talking about the closing monologue. Um yeah, I feel like that should have been like if they had done that like after the wedding scene when they're looking out over the cliffside, I feel like that would have been like a really strong end to the movie itself. So, another fun fact, one of Toothless's pups is named Dart, which is the same name as as your dog. Oh, was that intentional or not? I'm curious. Okay. So, overall, Mesozoic loves How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. It's a great movie. It still makes him emotional, as Hiccup and Toothless are basically his childhood heroes. For him, it is a solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, for me, I guess on a 10-point scale, this would be like a 7. Which, I mean, again, still good, still really good. But it's not like a 9 like the other two installments were. So, okay, let's see. This and Kung Fu Panda are some of DreamWorks' best work and the most iconic films. Definitely excited for you to do the rest of the funny Jack Black Panda movies if you want to. It'll happen at some point. Again, this is kind of the first like year where I've fully done this regularly, and so you know, we'll see how it goes. I am having some thoughts about the amount that I stream with regard to movie watching, and I don't know how sustainable it is, especially if I want to do uploaded content again. But I think I'm still thinking about it. I'll let you guys know. At least for the next couple of months, things are going to remain as they are. So, happy to be a channel member. Yay! I'm just glad I'm glad you're here with me watching this. Like that's kind of what I live for, you know. The fireworms are basically the little golden dragons when they fly by Hiccup and Storm. Oh yeah, they look like little wisps. Okay. And they're on the poster that I'm using. Okay, yeah, I see them. Okay, nice. You named your dog Dart because of Stranger Things? Oh. Okay. That was that season 2, I think, right? That was great. And Mesozoic says, anyways, great finishing up the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy. Will always love this franchise. I agree. I agree. This franchise will always have a special place in my heart. And I think that going forward, I'll probably at some point create a How to Train Your Dragon like just those movies. But I don't know. I feel like if I'm going to do tagged playlists, I should probably save those for reaction videos. I don't know. Because it gets confusing trying to make playlists for both reaction videos and the watch parties. And uh, I don't know. I'll figure something out. I always do. It's just going to take me a while. So, anyways, this has been fun. I probably better go. But I appreciate you being here with me, Mesozoic. I appreciate anyone who watches this on the VOD after Tuesday. Much appreciation. If you would like to see these, if it is after Tuesday, August 26th, and you're watching this and you would like to see this during the actual live stream, consider getting a channel membership. That will allow you access to the Sunday streams when I do them. So you'll be able to log in like Mesozoic Mind and chat with me during the movie itself. So, anyways, I'm going to head off. Thanks again for being here, guys. Take care. This is Spidey Librarian, and until my next stream or upload, I'll be wishing you a good day. Bye!